Okay, so as you can see, I've been working on lamps. You can also probably notice that there's a little bit more light here. My husband surprised me with an additional lamp. So let me turn that off. You can tell the difference. And he got one at a good price. So he knows that winter is coming and the daylight coming in this side of the house isn't very good in the winter time. So he got me a nice little lamp to help out. But I've also been working on lamps. None of these are like glued together yet. The big taller, the tall lamps I think came out really nice. My idea for these, I'm just gonna remove the tops here, the shades. You can see on the wider one, I just used a piece of foam core. On the one with more of an angle, I just took some foam core, cut out a circle, and then kind of pared away the edges, and then just used a nail file to come in. It's soft enough I can just come in and very easily get it into the form that I want. And you can see here what's going on here. The reason I just chose the circle is because I think it's just the easiest way to do it. I may go in and alter some things to make sure that everything fits correctly, but I think this should be okay for what I want to use it for. The reason I did this one so wide is because the hole in the top is a little large, and you can see this just works out a little bit better. It touches the edges and I think will glue in much nicer. This shade is based on a Doris L. Howard illustration that she used for some of her paper furniture that I have used in the past. It's I just cut it out, and it kind of it's one of those those styles that you've got Art Deco and Art Nouveau and Dada and Art Deco, of course, and the Craftsman that are all like kind of overlapping at certain points. So this kind of Art Nouveau heading into Deco kind of thing I like. And with these lampshades, I would like to do illustrations that are kind of for lack of a better term, like a Tiffany-esque, but not Tiffany-esque. I found an illustration that I really liked from the time period, like the 1920s, that I'd like to base something like that on. Now, the little lamps here, the little squarish lamps, I did square bases for, and you can see when I take this off, I simply used a square. I think I glued this, nope, I didn't glue this top in. I simply made the little hole here. This one only goes in a little bit, and I think the foam is going to work really well for the top portion, as are these dowels, but I think for the bottom portion I'm going to have to come up with a different material that's a little heavier. I'm going to see how my more expensive, like thicker, almost carton board covered foam core does. That might hold up a little bit better. And you can see here, I want something for the children's bedroom as a lamp, and I kind of would like something this kind of Craftsman kind of feel to it. I like this smaller bit on the bottom, but this is far too big. The lamp would need to be from probably the bottom here to about I need to cut it down by easily a quarter, maybe a tick more. And this base is far too wide. So my rationale was I needed to come up with something for the children's bedroom as part of the accessories, including a lamp, which I may just do a larger one with 4 for the children's bedroom. I'm not quite sure. I did do A couple of these are really super duper simple. And again, you can see this one, I cut the piece of paper just a little bit bigger because for some reason I got the angle wrong on the inside, and you could really see a big gap in there, and I didn't like that. So, I mean, this is an okay design. There needs to be something else here on the bottom portion. I may have to just like break out some air dry clay and see what I can come up with, because that might be some of the things that I want to do. I think the air dry clay is maybe the only way I'm going to do it. For these bases here, I don't like this two-step. I would rather have some decorative element, like some, I'm thinking again of that lamp that my grandmother had that had some little decorative like pieces of scroll work that were coming down. It was very pretty. So I've got some wire. I need to kind of figure out something, kind of mess around with some pieces and see what I can come up with. So beyond making sure that they are made with a heavier weight material, I think I've got the basic concepts down, and what needs to go into the computer can go into the computer, because you know you take pictures of everything. I did try out one like this. Now, I know that I could add like a little flourish. If you're in the United States, I'm thinking like Pizza Hut. The lamps that were hanging in Pizza Huts in like the 70s and 80s. There should be like a little piece that pops up, but I need to figure out how I would put that together. I need to design it in my head. I don't know that it fits for this particularly, and I don't think I'll use this particular design because I think this was 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters, and I don't like that. I think this was 1 centimeter by 1.5 centimeters. So I think I'm probably going to stick with this little design here. I need to get some what do you call it? Think, Katie, use your words. I would like to get some metallic paint to see what I can do too, because you know most of the time they're metallic. Because I think something like this would be cuter. You know, reduce. You know, get rid of this, make this just a tick smaller, and maybe add something. Again, I'm looking at like a spherical, something like that. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. And hopefully, sorry, I am still coughing. And I have a doctor's appointment. Don't worry about it. I got a doctor's appointment. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And the weather is just kind of cruddy. And I think I am going to go work on computer for a little while because I need my brain to kind of think about some of this. And I want to locate an illustration that I think would look really cool there. So thank you for sticking with me, patrons. And I will see you in the next video.